All right, guys, we've got the Alliance War Showcase. This is not easy at all. I did do this on both accounts so that I could get some good understanding of what worked and what didn't. The first fight here against Spider-Man Supreme, Silk works really well, but she's still not completely buff immune. You are going to have to trigger the medium before you can go in and do all your damage. You basically have to trigger that medium, then go ahead and get the ebb and flow intercept in order to do all your damage. But she does work particularly well. Bullseye also works extremely well for this fight because he can't miss, so you can ignore that altogether. Anyone who's actually buff immune will be excellent for this as well. So if you have someone like a Cassie, that will do that would work as well for this one. But again, you have to trigger the medium, wait for that blue circle to expire, and then you can go. Yeah, there it is. Trigger the blue one, not when he dashes in, but when you dash in. Now that it's on cooldown, I can go ahead and get my go for an intercept in order to get the ebb and flow intercept to increase the damage. There you go. I grabbed it there. Heavy into a special 2, and we get it done. So that is what worked for that fight. The next fight is the leader. I'm gonna absolutely wreck this one with Shield. Venom was extremely slow on this one when I tried it. Another really good one here is Crossbones. I used on my other account. He worked excellent for this fight. So that was another one that worked really well, but Shield absolutely slaughters this fight, and she's really good for Quicksilver as well. She did really, really well there. But here I didn't want to push the special 2, and you kind of want to keep him to the wall on the right side. You don't want to get stuck in the middle of the map, because once he opens that door, every time you go into it, you are like on the floor, that green thing on the floor, you are going to be taking direct damage. So you want to avoid that at all costs. The special one, once you get into the groove of it, is not so bad, whether you're blocking parts of it and evading the end or trying to evade the entire thing. Once you get used to it, it's really not too bad there. So we absolutely shredded through this. Similar to my war videos, I did speed this one up a little bit because it did take some time. It was a long, it took like almost 25-30 minutes probably to get through it. At least for me. Okay, the next fight here is Omega Sentinel. This one here, you want someone who is immune to like the power burn, because when she has an armor up, she's going to put power burn damage on. Deathless King Groot, this is only a rank 1. I had a rank 2 on my other account who worked really well here. Now, he's also global. So this is the Clarity and House of Mirrors meta. So I have to be careful about the auto blocks, but the evades and auto blocks. But Deathless King Groot has a lot of buffs, so that's going to help. But there is going to be one point in the fight where, even though where it gets where one of the auto blocks I guess works its way through, and I do get an Incinerate on me. That is what's going to take the most of the damage from me. So here, because I'm not going to take the power burn damage, but I am going to get power locked. So what I try to do here, that's where I took the Incinerate damage. I try to get to a special 2, then back away, and then or here in this case, a special 1, wait for the power lock or special lock to end, and then drop the special before hitting in, because the next hit is going to instantly special lock me again. So that is what my plan here is. Play it nice and slow, just like parry 2-3 hit combos, and then build my way up to a special 2 if I can, and then be prepared to drop it ideally in the Fury phase, not during the regen phase. So here again, I'm special locked, but I'm waiting for the special lock to end. Now I got my special ready, drop the big special 2, tons of damage, and we're looking pretty good here. Nice big heavy attack, and I've got the Incinerate on Omega Sentinel, and she is melting, and that is all I needed that Deathless King Groot for. Next up is also a very annoying Captain America Sam Wilson with the sloped armor. If he gets an armor up, anytime you hit into him with that armor up, he is going to have a chance to put a shock on you. And if it affects his ability accuracy, then you take a bunch of direct damage. So you cannot let him get an armor up in this one. I chose to go with Valkyrie here because she is global. And there are a couple times in this fight where I think he's going to turtle up and I accidentally intercept. And that's kind of the problem with this fight. Is that just getting the opponent to turtle up, the AI was a little nuts and pretty aggressive. So sometimes just as he dashes back, if you dash back as well and then dash in, it kind of makes the AI turtle up a little bit better. But ideally, this fight here, as well as the Jessica Jones fight, you can just use Valkyrie for. She is global, but she is also just going to absolutely shred him. But their accidental hit into the block is what I don't want. And I think on this one, eventually I am going to accidentally hit him too many times. There I get my big special 2. I'm feeling pretty good at this point. I've got almost a full yellow bar, but I am going to accidentally hit him at some point, and it's going to put an armor up on, and then I can't get rid of the armor up. And because of that, because I'm getting kind of stuck in the corner here a little bit, there's the armor up, and now I'm basically screwed. So once I start hitting into him when he has that armor up, I am going to take a bunch of power burn damage, and I'm not power burn like immune, or he's glancing. If he glances, I'm just toast. So too much damage there from. So we have to revive. That's 1 revive. I think I end up using 2 revives. So we just do the exact same thing again here. Hit into the block, and that's what I used on my other account as well. So I'm not sure what another really good option is for Sam Wilson. Probably, you could probably do someone like a Hulkling is probably pretty good, but you have to play around the global, so that can be a little tricky there. But this worked out particularly well, especially with limited champions for all the fights on the path. So Valkyrie was able to help with a few of them. So there, we're going to back away, and we're good. Next fight is Quicksilver, which on my other account, I played this one terrible. It took me a couple revives to get through him, but I've got Shield here, and this is I didn't even practice doing this. I think in this fight, I actually am going to fully evade Quicksilver special 2 times in a row for the first time that I've ever done it. I've never done it, but I saw a video earlier today, saw that, wanted to see what other people were doing for this Quicksilver, saw the special 2 evade, and I'm like, I think I could pull that off, realizing it's like one quick dash, almost like a pause, and then dash completely out of the way of all his crazy hits. So, and Shield is just absolutely awesome for dealing with the root here. Also, she's global. We get a bunch of bleeds on Quicksilver here. I saw that we were at 10 on the bubble shield, so got a quick evade on the heavy, and now I don't have to worry about it if I do get hit by the special 2. But 1, 2, and I move out of the way completely. That was awesome. I've never done that in my entire life. That is the first time I've ever done it. I've always hid from these Quicksilver fights in war. I let someone else do them. I'm just terrible at Quicksilver. So there, 2 times in a row, I'm absolutely losing my mind here during this fight because I know how bad I did the first time I did it on my other account, and I'm playing great here. Unfortunately, the third time right there, I messed up. I did the first evade, missed the second one, and I'm absolutely shredded. So we're going to revive. So that's my second revive here, and we're going to go ahead and finish this one up with Shield. Just amazing for this Quicksilver. The bleeds absolutely melt him away, and we are doing great. The bubble shield is a little bit annoying, so you got to watch out for that. Can't take too many hits on the block or you are screwed. Next up is the Jessica Jones fight. So this is another Valkyrie fight here. It's a hazard shift. So I'm going to go ahead and just hit into the block the entire time. That is my plan. And then actually she worked really nicely here. Sometimes she can be really aggressive on the other account. Again, I think I used 1 or 2 revives here because she was just being so incredibly aggressive. But here I did manage to get this one all the way down to the very end. And I think I die with 1% and I end up bringing in Sheelth to finish the fight off. So I'm going to let the music play out for the rest of this one. It is just a Valkyrie fight, hitting into the block as much as possible. I was a little short there, not getting the special 2, which actually made the fight a lot longer than it needed to be. But I'm going to let the music play out, and we'll see you at the next fight. All right, next up is America Chavez on an unblockable special 2 node and the aspect of evolution. So every time she gets a bar of power, her power gain is going to increase. I'm going to do this one with Silk here, and I'm just going to try and as soon as I push her over a bar of power, I'm just going to let her throw that special. I don't want to push her give her too much power, and this fight can go extremely well if she throws special 1s, and as long as you have your evade ready, when the fight ramps up and she is starting to gain more power, you can push her to a special 2 because Silk will auto evade the entire special 2 even though it's unblockable. So that's why she's really good for this, and she also worked on the other path as well for a fight or 2. So this one here, again, works extremely well, Silk, for this fight. And there you can see, push special 2, auto evade the entire thing. So and then I just have to make sure that either I get 15 more hits in to refresh it, or I let the timer expire. So I am going to be a little extra careful here and just back away, let her throw another special 1. She happens to throw a heavy. That's not great, but that's fine. I'm going to let my timer expire. Now I have my evade ready, so I can go ahead and push the special 2, and I'm not too concerned about it. So I push her to a special 2, let her throw it, evade the entire thing, attack back in, and the fight is just about over. So I'm going to go ahead here and I think go for it. Parry into a heavy and done. Fantastic. Last but not least is the arcade fight. I'm going to swap in my rank 3 Venom. I also did really well with a rank 1 Vox. Worked extremely well as a global attacker, and all his buffs and degens that he puts on, fantastic. Venom works great. The strategy here is to hold block, and when he throws that cane attack as part of his heavy before he finishes the heavy, you attack in, and you want to push to special 2. You can also omnom his buffs with the special 1, which is going to give you some extra healing. Sorry, the fight was, I got some messages in the middle of the fight, I had to stop it, and you can see some nice lag there. But when he does that cane attack, that's your option to attack in, push to special 2, and I just block those saws that he throws at you. And you don't want to bait a heavy attack in the corner because then he can stun you. So you can see me going, kind of staying away from the corner there to bait those heavy attacks. And then here, it's fine, I can attack him, throw a nice little heavy, push the special 2, evade the first part. I'm just going to block those the saws, and then again going with the baiting heavies. And I don't have to worry about his annoying auto block because of the Venom is a clarity champion. I'm getting buffs all the time, and which means I'm just gonna ignore the auto block and the evade, and that is what I'm doing the entire time. And this was actually my best run, possibly because I had those 3 nice armor ups on Venom that were helping me with the chip damage. And the Omnoms here keep my health topped up. You can see there I just got a little bit more health again from that special one. So again, block it, go ahead, back away to the left-hand side, and try and bait out some heavy attacks. There we go. That's my opening. Another one. And I just, again, push to, I'm going to hold block here. I don't want him to throw a special one. Unfortunately, he hits me on that special one. I was slow to react, but this last fight does have an invulnerability boost for you. So it says if you had put on an invul boost in war, but it has it automatically for you. So I did take I did get the first like 2 of my invul boost charges there, got eaten away. And actually, I was feeling really good about this one. And at the very end, right there, he does get that heavy. He gets some poisons on me because he actually got off a heavy and got that poisonous cloud there that I was in. So I had to be a little extra careful there. He got the poison cloud again. I was just slow reacting to that heavy. And I'm just trying to bait that special too, which is what's really annoying. So I just want him to throw it. Please, thank you. He throws it. I'm kind of stuck on the corner here. I tried to counter with a striker, but the AI was too smart for me and backed away, almost knowing exactly what I wanted to do. There's the first special one that I let him throw the entire fight, but we managed to get him down before it does any damage. So that's the right side, 2 revives. That's who I used. Hopefully that helps, and we'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye-bye.